Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good day back to Prof. Siti Hajar binti Muhammad Ali, my lecturer for Financial Management FIN 420. I'm Nuraishah binti Subri 2016616353. In this video, I will be presenting about financial ratio of Stay Safe Company for year 2018 and 2019. This presentation will start an introduction and financial ratio analysis. Periodically or at least once a year, company will prepare reports on its financial activities to be presented to the regulator, owner, and the management. Basically, the report on financial activity will focus on the company income, expenses, asset, liability, and its net worth. There are guidelines set by the Financial Accounting Standard Board that must be followed by the company to prepare the report. I would like to present about our financial analysis ratio. Firstly, there are two types of ratio analysis, which are trend analysis and comparative analysis. For trend analysis, we will analyze the change of various ratio of the time. Meanwhile, for comparative analysis is we compare the ratio with average index of other firms in the same industry as us. There are four types of ratio. Liquidity ratio shows how easily a company can pay its debt. So, the company does not get eaten up by bank for other creditor. For example of this current ratio, this tells how much your company thought can be easily changed the cash with in the next 12 months. So that can pay debt with need to pay also within 12 months. The higher current ratio is the less risky as a situation your company facing. Efficiency ratio measures how effectively the company utilizes its asset, as well as how would manage his liability. 3 ratio used to calculate the business efficiencies. Not all business calculate the efficiency ratio the same way. The ratio can be calculated in various ways. In all methods, in increase means the company is losing the large percentage of its income to expenses. If the efficiency ratio is getting lower, it is good for corporation and the shareholder. What about leverage ratio? This can tell us how much debt the company is using to make the company run and stay alive. An example of this to the simple debt ratio, this tells us how much percent of a company asset are paid for by debt. Normally, a company is considered suffer when the debt ratio is low. There are lots more financial ratio and many different ways of using because of lots of problem and disadvantage of using them as well. Lastly, profitability ratio can tell us how good a company is at making money. An example of this is a profit margin ratio. This tells how much profit your company earned comparative your company sales. Normally, a higher number is better because you want to earn more profits for every one's ringgit sales you get. This shows where the information for ratio analysis come from income statement, which is a historical of the sales, income, and cost of the business business time. And also the balance sheet, which remember is a snapshot of the assets and liability of the business at particular point in time from Stay Safe Company.
Evolution of comparative analysis for current ratio Stay Safe Company of year 2019 is higher than in year 2018, meaning to say the company is more liquid in year 2019. The factors that contribute to this are higher current asset and lower current liability in 2019 are compared to 2018. A high liquidity means company has much more money to pay off its current liability or short-term debt. For acid test ratio, the acid test ratio show of year 2018 also lower than in year 2019 and compared to the 2019 having more inventories as compared to the year 2018. These factors because 2019 the company had more liquid asset compared to year 2018 and company can maintain too many inventories to pay off its debts during this stress. Lastly, for liquidity ratio is net working capital. Net working capital to show also very much lower than the reflecting to year 2018 current asset is 2.8 million or less than the year 2019 is 4.5 million and current liability are much more than the 2019. A positive net working capital means the firm's able to meet its current obligation. These factors to hide net working capital also reflects the firm is having too much liquid asset, and this is also not a good sign since liquid asset do not bring in much income in the company. The first of efficiency ratio is inventory turnover. Inventory turnover, this show of the 2018 is also lower than the 2019, and this could be due to lower sale or the company having too much inventory. A high turnover indicates the effectiveness of inventory management or could be due to the company maintaining low inventory level. For average collection period, this show of the year 2018 is 72 days. It's too long, and this means the customer are taking on the average about 360 days to pay back the account receivable compared to year 2019. This factor because company to strangers and caution in offering trade credit. The last for efficiency ratio is fixed asset turnover. This show is used to measure the effectiveness of management in utilizing all the firm's fixed asset. For the year 2018, to show a low turnover ratio may indicate the firm is underutilizing the fixed asset compared to year 2019. For the third financial ratio is leverage ratio. This show about debt ratio is used to measure the percentage of total funds or total debt provided by the creditor. The year 2018 to show a high debt ratio means the firm has borrowed too much, and a low debt ratio means the firm's borrowing is low compared to year 2019. For time interest earns, to show is used to measure the ability of the company to pay off its annual interest expense. This year 2018 show a low ratio indicates is having problem in paying off its interest of could be due to the company borrowing is too much. A height ratio of the year 2019 indicates the company is able to pay off its interest and would also indicates the company borrow. Lastly, for leverage ratio is debt to equity. Debt to equity show used to measure the portion of company long-term debts as compared to its equity. A height ratio in year 2019 show indicates a high borrowing and a low ratio to year 2018 indicates a low amount of borrowing. For the last financial ratio is profitability ratio. Profitability ratio for gross profit margin. This show that for every ringgit the Stay Safe company sell for get gross profit. A year 2019 is 82% show high profit indicates the effectiveness of management. Sales is high and cost of goods can be constant compared the year of 2018 is 80%. It is because 2019 is a running process, a high profit margin less than year 2018. The net profit margin to show the ability of the company to generate net profit for every ringgit of sale. The year 2018 is 42% to show a lower margin indicates because a low profit they have compared to year 2019 is 46%. Lastly, return on investment. Return on investment measure the rate of return on total assets. It show the year 2018 is 30% for every ringgit invested in the asset. To lower to return generate by asset compared to year 2019 is 36%. It's factor because year 2018 is very low to return on total asset.
My suggestion for Stay Safe company to improve their performance in the future, firstly, in terms of liquidity ratio, my suggestion is the company needs to monitor its account receivable to pay their payment on time. Next is the owner of the company should avoid from drawing too much money for personal use frequently because it can drain the money quickly. Then remove all productive asset. They have to keep the asset and that only can convert into cash easily like building, vehicle, cash in hand and cash in bank. Third is my suggestion for the company in terms of financial leverage ratio, where they can increase the revenue by raising the price, increase the sales and reduce the cost. The extra cash generated can be used to pay its existing debts. Lastly, in order to have better profitability ratio, the Stay Safe company has to boost the sales by finding more alternatives to sell their product to its customer in order to get more profit. After that, company also can reduce operating costs by buying their product to get discount from the product supplier. More than that, the company also that increase amount of limitation purchase for the wholesale company, meaning that if the wholesale company went to purchase pharmaceutical product, the purchase has to be made more. This way is very hard for the company to earn more profit in this future. Lastly, in order to have better profitability ratio, the Stay Safe company has to boost the sale by finding more alternatives to sell their product to its customer in order to get more profit. After that, company also can reduce operating costs by buying the product to get discount from the product supplier. More than that, the company also the increased amount of limitation purchase for the wholesale company, meaning that if the wholesale company went to purchase pharmaceutical product, the purchase has to be made more. This way is very hurtful for the company to earn more profit in this future. The conclusion is, thus, we can see that performance stay safe company between year 2018 and 2019. This company should be flexible, keeping in view the possibilities for alteration in the plan, and assumptions should be based on reliable information. Only those organizations which continuously interpret the changed circumstances correctly and plan well in advance for them then hope to achieve continuous success and grow well. In other words, companies' financial goal and profit that a company must be oriented by mission and objective must be driven by finance. That's all. Thank you.